Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Help support my channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty much as soon as possible. So then I go live streaming because YouTube policy, they won't let me go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the folks out there that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please take this moment now with helping me. Click subscribe. Next, click the bell. And next, click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Plus, click the thumbs up button and every time you watch my videos. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on either my Patreon or PayPal links. If you join my Patreon page, then you'll get early access to these videos 24 hours before they're posted on the YouTube and lots more. If you prefer just leaving a small tip, click on PayPal. Either way, then you get that warm sense of satisfaction years down the line knowing that you helped me become a successful YouTuber. Tuesday, December 14th, 4:06 p.m. New York time. Looking here first at the U.S. Treasuries, then we're going to the U.S. equity indexes, and then to the S&P 500 sectors, and maybe include the Faang plus stocks. Start off with the higher time frame. We'll go through on the weekly time frames. Yeah, I know it's Tuesday, but it's the end of the trading day for the equity market on Tuesday. Looking here at the Treasuries, 30-year, which are called bonds. Not all Treasuries are called bonds. Be aware of that. So the 30-year Treasury has the most volume. That's why I start off with that one first. For the current week, we are inside the range of last week. We haven't taken out the high or low yet. And last week also did that. Very interesting. It's building momentum. I expect we may tomorrow, sometime when the Fed releases information, break out of this prior candle one way or the other. If not, then it might be later this week. Interesting. So again, we have a supply zone on top, sellers, and demand zone on the bottom. Looking at the 10-year Treasuries, which are referred to as notes, same thing. Look at that. Inside candle, indecision, 2 weeks in a row. Building momentum to break out one way or the other. 5-year notes. Last week, middle, lower high. And this week, we're inside that range. Again, when these treasuries trade lower, that's the inverse for yields. Interest rates go higher. We're going to look here at the 2-year note. Same thing, similar to the 5 inside. So one would expect the momentum should be continuing, at least on these higher ones. Yeah, to go lower. If not to go lower, to still be in tight trading ranges, where these short-term ones are much more volatile. Okay, on to the next. On to the equity indexes. These are the cash equity indexes that close at 4 p.m. They are not the futures. The S&P 500 as well. Look at that yellow candle, inside candle for the week. Stuck inside range of last week. Into that supply zone where sellers were up there. Zoom in. Again, we had consolidation, so one would expect we're going to be most likely be breaking out to the upside in the days ahead. We have this brand new demand zone, buyers, and staircase pattern higher high. Yep, looking for bullish. The Nasdaq 100, look at that, 2 weeks in a row in consolidation, inside candles. And the Dow, very similar to the S&P 500. Yep. And this may have much more of a faster move this week than the Nasdaq. Russell 2000, yeah, still struggling. It's down here. Look, it already took out the low of last week. Dow Transports also took out the low of last week. And the Dow Utilities, higher high, higher low, green, retesting just shy of the swing high from earlier this year. We'll see if that's going to continue for the upward move. But again, it may be just a fake out. So you may see a retracement down. So takeaway, when you look at all these, the only one that's really trending is the Dow utility so far for the week. The other ones are inside consolidations. Those are trade opportunities within consolidations. So I wouldn't want to be jumping on board when the trend is already in, unless you plan on trading reverse. That may be the thing. To trade bearish maybe on that, or this bullish. Go to the S&P 500 sectors. And if you don't know, before I go on there, the S&P 500 index is comprised of several indexes: the NASDAQ 100, the Dow Utility, the Dow Transports, the NASDAQ 100, the Dow Industrials, the Dow Transports, the Dow Utility, and the S&P 100. Those indexes are inside the S&P 500, where the Russell its own index. So that being said, that these other indexes are inside of here. Now, inside the S&P 500, there's 11 sectors. And let's look at those. You could trade those. They have stock ETFs. If you don't want to go outright and do the big index like the S&P 500, you could do these smaller ones. And we'll go by the order of them. What does that mean in order? The one that's the largest percentage of the S&P 500 will go first. Let's see if there's new leadership. XLK. Yep, made a new high, broke above the high of last week. So XLK is trending high. It is back inside the range of last week, but it did make a higher high, and it's already Tuesday. That's good. XLV, higher high, higher low than last week. Outstanding. Also broke out of the wedge. Nice. XLF. Nope, it's an acceleration. The financials are struggling. Interesting too. Yep. So the financials had acceleration, trending down. Consolidation. Want to expect maybe more of a bearish bias on the financials further down. XLY made a lower low, traded below the low of last week. That's not good. That's bearish. XLC, oof, 2 weeks in a row inside candles, way off the highs. It's struggling. XLI also made a lower low below the low of last week. That's not good. XLP, outstanding all-time new high. Took out the high of last week. Higher high, higher low. Above 75. Outstanding. And understand XLP, since it's part of the S&P 500, one of the sectors, but it's consumer staples. Big rotation of institutional money going to different sectors, and this is one of them. So you could look for single stocks inside here, see if they're performing equal or better as a watch list to create, or consider trading those individuals if they're outperforming this index. XLE, nope, it's inside the range of last week. XLU, look at that, higher high, higher low. It's in this demand zone. Sorry, it's in the supply zone where sellers were, and it already rejected it. It's back inside the range. But again, the trend is up. Let's see if it's going to be this week or later, if it's going to close above here. Again, the week's not done yet, but that'd be interesting because again, sector rotation, money is going into these stocks in XLU. If you don't want to trade those single stocks, you can simply buy these ETFs. XLRE, all-time new high for the year. Look at that, already selling place took off. So he's that big shadow on top of the till. Yep, it's not done for the week, but we'll see what happens because again, the last week broke above acceleration, trending up. XLB, inside candle for the week. Okay, let's go to the Faang stocks, the Faang Plus. Again, each candle is a week. Since Tuesday's completed, 2 of the days in the week already done. But look at Apple, all-time new high, outstanding. Higher high, higher low. It is back inside the range of last week, but still made a new highs, outstanding. Trend is up. Microsoft, nope, it's an acceleration still. Did take out the high of last week, but back inside the range. Amazon actually made a lower low than last week, breaking below that acceleration. Breaking below that inside candle. Interesting. Big difference, Amazon from Apple. Oh, yep. Facebook made a higher high, higher low. Broke above that inside candle. Interesting. Potential trend reversal. Yep. Maybe they're going to make a lot of money on campaign ads coming to next year for the governors and Congress members are up for election next year. Yep, it's the 2-year election for Congress members and some governors. That overlay. Yep, Facebook makes a lot of money in advertisement. Google inside candle. Tight consolidation there. It's very tight. Watch for a breakout. Maybe happen this week. That may be the new trend. Tesla, lower low, lower high, breaking below the low of last week. Not good. It's a slow retreat downward. November Victor Delta Alpha also lower low, lower high. Interesting. That's going down. Yep. I have to check the processing chips later on. Netflix also lower low, lower high. Broke below that consolidation. What? Maybe the movie theaters are open in your community. Maybe you're going to spend money in a movie theater instead of paying for a subscription Netflix. Bravo Alpha. 2 weeks in a row. Inside candle. Consolidation. Yeah, much closer to the low of the year than here. So again, consolidation, breakdown, trending consolidation. Clearly, you see, I'm going to zoom in. Majority of them are not at all-time highs, the sectors. Sorry, the FANGs. Few of them are near highs. Yeah, okay, Apple is. So you'd be better off being one of those or several of those S&P 500 sector stocks I just showed you, those ETFs. Because most of these FANG plus stocks are below the highs and are not trending up. No,